Good morning, YouTubers. Guys, this morning I'm in the process of making some charcoal. And I'm going to show you how to do it. I have a video on it already, but you can use charcoal. For one thing, I'm going to use it in my blacksmith forge, okay? But you can also use it to cook with or whatever. Now I've got a cooker right here, you guys, that I really haven't put to use yet. So we're going to cook some charcoal right here, and we'll talk about it. And this takes a while. What I'm using, guys, is or this right here is oak that I'm going to cook down right here, okay? Because oak makes some really good long-lasting charcoal. And it's green, by the way. This is some of the storm has done in. Knocked down, in other words. So let me get some of this wood split up right here. And we will make some charcoal. Now to get this going good, you guys, just take you some charcoal lighter if you got some. Put you a goodly amount in there, okay? Main thing is you want to get the bottom of it going really good. We've got to have a fire underneath it until this is done. Let that catch up good, you guys. Now in a few minutes what I'll do is I will take some scrap tin and I'll lay it right up around the edge of that so that the wind doesn't, you know, blow that fire where I don't want it to be. I actually took the weed blower this morning, you guys, and I blowed the loose leaves away. But now's a good time to clean up the twigs and stuff out of the yard if there's any left over from the storm, and there is over here on the back lot. So that's what I'll be doing during this video. I'll just be cleaning that stuff up, okay? So you should be able to hear it crackling and popping on the inside there, you guys. And this is just the startup. Remember that oak wood is green right there, okay? Now you all, what makes this a better cooking fuel if you're going to use it to cook your hamburgers, chicken, is there's nothing been added to it, okay? Once you've turned this into pure charcoal and you get it hot, there has nothing been added to it, okay? So, you know, when you go down there and you buy the briquettes, we all use them. They're crushed together. They're bound up with all kind of different chemicals, and some of them's got the lighter already in them. That's really not good for you. Although I've ate a lot of chicken and steak and stuff like that cooked over. But this is just one way of doing it. You can use a 55-gallon drum, whatever you got. Fill it full of chunks of wood. Build you a fire underneath it on the inside of the pot. Shut it up so the oxygen cannot get in there to the wood, and just let it char. So this process right here, you guys can take all day, as much wood as I've got popped in there, but we'll see. It's cooking away, you all. That's the whole point. You can see that smoke coming out the front of that door right there where it's closed. When it quits smoking, your charcoal is done. Just like your charcoal. But we ain't 30 minutes into this process yet, you guys, so this is going to take a while right here. So I've done drug some dead limbs that fell out of the trees over there on the other side of the property. And in a few minutes I'm going to gather up some more stuff and we'll see what we can do. Like I said, this charcoal made this way has been made this way down through history. Before there were metal furnaces to burn that stuff in, they stacked them up in like a tripod shape. Great huge piles of them. They covered that pile with dirt so that the air could not get to it. They made a little hole at the top and set it on fire at the bottom, and when it was done they had pure charcoal. Just to show you what the storm done for me, you all, I planted those pine trees right there over 30 years ago. They're over 40 feet tall now. You can see the wind blew these two over. They're white on the bottom because I barked them. I've taken the bark off of it so that they die, so that when I cut them they will be lighter. Right now they weigh a couple tons. Hey, you all, the wind's kicked up, and it's a little bit of a chilly wind there today. I opened the door on this thing there a few minutes ago. We've been on here, guys, about an hour and a half right now. That little bit that I put in there's done cooked down to half. So she's still smoking really, really good. So I'm continuing to keep the heat up underneath it there so that we get a good complete burn on it, and we have some really good charcoal. You can see the wind has actually kicked up. I sure wish it'd bring us some rain because we surely do need it. Smell that Maxwell House coffee, you guys. There ain't no use in going without your coffee. So, we're just going to make us a cup right here while we're doing this. Good old Camp Maxwell House coffee. And she's still cooking, isn't she? Doing good. Can't beat country living, you all. You can't beat country living. People living in the city, this wouldn't be allowed, would it? Nah. Eat your heart out, Carolina, Chris. Man. Wow. That's some good coffee right there. Let that settle a minute. You can't beat Campfire coffee. I don't care what they say. You ain't going to no high dollar place in town and buy a better cup of coffee than that coffee right there. So yeah, I know these other people like all kind of stuff, like that old nasty Folgers. You know that old nasty Folger stuff? Maxwell House has got them beat 10 to 1. or 10 to 0. Sound more like it to me. So you all, I just opened it up. You can see the creosote pouring out of it now. That's what stopped your chimney up and set your chimney on fire after it builds up on the inside of your chimney. That's what happens when you don't burn wood that's seasoned. And I mean dried out really good. Dried really good, because there's water in that wood, it's cooking it out. It's got to go somewhere so it sticks to your chimney. So that's what that looks like right now. You all are 3 hours in, okay? And that green wood is still cooking in there. Now I did notice this one thing, you all. This thing had a gooseneck in the bottom of it, a 1-inch gooseneck. And that gooseneck, I guess, got hot and fell out of the bottom of this tank. So it's introducing a little bit of oxygen in the bottom of it now, okay? That's not going to hurt a thing. You can see we don't have any flames. So what it's doing, it's introducing a little bit of oxygen in there and making it burn just a little bit faster without oxygen. Okay, you guys, now what are we doing now? I put the fire out underneath the pot. There's enough heat, you guys, inside this cooker to cook the rest of this charcoal up, okay? That's what's going on now. So when she quits smoking, in other words, there's some red hot coals right in the center of the bottom of this pot, and it's going to sit there and cook off the rest of the, the resins and stuff that's in the leftover wood. So all we do now is we just sit here and wait until this is cooked. That's all we do. Well, hey you all, I'm cutting this video short right here. I'm going ahead and show you some charcoal. We've got a little. The reason I'm cutting it short, you guys, is we've got a criminal out here from somewhere that stole a vehicle, and the state police was chasing him, and about a mile up the road from where I live, he jumped out of his vehicle, and so far they haven't caught him as of yet. So I guess everybody's just locking the doors and waiting to see if they can catch it. All right, you guys, I just rolled that over. Here's our charcoal. And that's not all of it, you guys. All right, you guys, I ended up with about a 5-gallon bucket full of usable charcoal. Some of it burnt down really, really good. Some of it didn't. There's some paper in there just to tell you that when paper don't burn, you know you're not having full combustion inside there. Anyway, that's what it looks like. So I'll be using that in my forge right there, or to cook something with. But anyway, you all, I really appreciate you watching this video. It's going to be just a little bit long, but anyway, that's how you do it. That's how you make your own charcoal. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.